Alright, y'all need to copy down the homework exercises, page 202, 1 through 3, 13 through 18, 4 through 6, 19 through 24, 7 through 9, and 25 through 34. I've written them this way because of the way they're worked. These problems are worked alike, and these problems are worked alike, and these problems are worked alike, and I've put my examples down based on that information, okay? Last week we went over the slope of a line. The equation for slope of a line was y sub 2 minus y sub 1 is equal to x sub 2 minus x sub 1. When we found the slope, I will put that program on y'all's calculators later after I finish all this. I have the test scheduled for chapter 3 on Wednesday of next week. Thursday is service day and Friday is homecoming.
Next week.
Friday is the end of the quarter. So this test on Wednesday will be the last test. So if you're having trouble, y'all need to get in here. Okay?
This is a busy week.
I know.
Next week is.
Yes, a week from this Friday. It's also the end of the quarter. Okay? So today we're going to be talking about slope-intercept form of a line. Y is equal to mx plus b, where m is equal to the slope and b is equal to y-intercept. Some of the homework exercises are worked using this, but most of them are not. The point-slope formula is the formula that you should remember every time you're asked to write an equation of a line. That formula should be the formula you think of. The name tells you when to use it. You use it when you have a point and a slope, or you use it when you have 2 points. When you have 2 points, you have to find the slope first, and then use the slope with one of the points. It doesn't matter which point, you're going to get the same answer regardless of the point you choose. I'll put all the formulas here on one page so you have them all together. So problems numbers 1 through 3 and 13 through 18 are worked like these. Okay? Let's write an equation of a line in slope-intercept form given the slope and the y-intercept. So these problems are easy. All you're going to do is take y is equal to mx plus b and plug in what you got. In this case, the slope is equal to -7. The y-intercept is 10. On the second example, you have the same concept going on. You have y is equal to mx plus b. You plug in the slope, which is 1/2. You plug in b, which is -8, so -8. Now I think on some of the exercises you're asked to graph the equation. So first of all, what quadrant should it point to if the slope is negative? It will point to quadrants 2 and 4 or falls to the left. Right, correct. So plug in 0 and you get 10. Plug in 1, you get 3. Plug in 2, you get -4. We have 0 and 10, 1 and 3, and 2 and -4. On our next equation, we have 0 and -8. I would plug in 2, 4, 6. Those numbers would be easy to plug in because 1/2 of 2 is 1, you get -7. 1/2 of 4 is 2, you get -6. We have 0 and -8. We have 2 and -7. We have 4 and -6. No, that's wrong, y'all. It should be -5 because it isn't 1/2 of 4. No, that's not right. 1/2 of 4 is 2. -6 was correct. So I am wrong. 2 is -7. 2 is -7 there. Okay, so let's look at these lines. One has a negative slope, this one. You know it's a negative slope because it falls to the right. It points to quadrants 2 and 4. And this has a positive slope because it points to quadrants 1 and 3 or rises to the right. But what does anybody notice about how steep this one is and how flat that one is? Well, the reason this one's steep is because this number, as this number increases, the absolute value of it increases, it gets steeper. As the absolute value of this decreases, it gets flatter. Okay? Alright, so everybody's good on the easy ones. Alright. So these problems are similar to the ones 4 to 6 and 19 through 24. Where you're asked to write an equation of a line in point-slope form given a point and a slope, or you're asked to write an equation of a line in slope-intercept form given a point and a slope. I don't know what the directions say, but I usually ask you to write your answer in slope-intercept form. But we'll talk about that. So, like I said, every time you're asked to write an equation of a line, you should think y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Every time you're working these problems, numbers 4 through 24, if you'll write down the formula, By the time you finish, you'll have learned it. Then go back and label this point, x1, y1. Plug the numbers in. You have y minus a minus 5 is equal to negative 3 times x minus 4. So you get y plus 5 is equal to negative 3x plus 12. This is point slope form. You're asked to write it in the slope intercept form. You would subtract 5 from both sides and get negative 3x plus 7. So this is slope intercept. Everybody understand the difference? Here I've just moved 5 to the other side of the equation, so it's in the form of y is equal to mx plus b. So see if y'all can work problem number 2 without my help. Once again, I think it's important you label this x1, y1. You write the formula down. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. George? Wait a minute. So y minus 4 is equal to 3/4 times x minus a minus 2. So you got y minus 4 is equal to 3/4 x plus 6/4. Is that what you got? Alright. So that would be point slope form. If you're asked for slope intercept form, we would just have to move 4 to the other side of the equation. So we have 6 over 4 plus 16 over 4. So we get y is equal to 3/4 x plus 22/4. Everybody good? If you were asked to graph the equations, we would do what we did before. We would plug the numbers in. Plug in 0, you get 7. Plug in 1, you get 4. Plug in 2, you get 1. So we have 0 and 7, 1 and 4, and 2 and 1. That's how we got this line. Alright. Because that's a fraction and this is a fraction, and you'll notice I did not simplify this. I would choose 0 and get 22 over 4, which is equal to 5 1/2. And then I would choose 1 and negative 1. If you choose 1, you get 25/4, which is 6 1/4. If you choose negative 1, you get 19/4, which is 4 3/4. But when these are both fractions, you want to choose 0, 1, and negative 1. Alright? So we have 0 and 5 1/2. We have 1 and 6 1/2, or 6 1/4. And then we have negative 1 and 4 3/4. good. Problems number 7 through 9 and 25 through 34 are work like this. And the first thing you have to do is find the slope. We know the formula for slope is y sub 1, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. We'll make that x1, y1, x2, y2. So we have negative 6 minus 3 over 1 minus 4. We get negative 9 over negative 3, so we have a slope of 3. The second step is you want to use the slope with one of the points. It doesn't matter which one, so which one do y'all want? 4, 3, or 1 and negative 6?
4, 3.
4 and 3. So we'd say y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So we'll say y minus 3 is equal to 3 times x minus 4. So we get y minus 3 is equal to 3x minus 12. If we add 3 to both sides, we get y is equal to 3x minus 9. They ask you to write your answer in slope-intercept form, but you're using point-slope formula to do that. Everybody understand that? Once again, if we were going to graph it, you got some choices here. Now you could actually plug some numbers in. You get 0 and negative 9, 1 and negative 6, 2 and negative 3. But you already have 2 points. They gave you those 2 points, didn't they? 4 and 3 and 1 and negative 6. So everybody sees where I've graphed those points and drawn the line instead of plugging these numbers in. Everybody understand that? Did I lose y'all? Okay. All right. I'm not going on this section until tomorrow when we talk about parallel lines again. So that's all that we are going to do. I do want to show you how this works on your calculator. And I'll go ahead and do this on your calculator. And then I'll put the program on your calculator. And I want to look at your homework. So, if you were asked to find the slope of a line that goes through these points, and we'll do more of this, but I wanted to get it on the machine. You would go to program and choose slope. So I'm going to scroll up and get slope. And then you are going to put the numbers in straight across. So we're going to put in 4, 3, 1, and negative 6. And it gives you the slope at 3.
Could you do that again, please?
Where's program? Yeah, where's
Oh,
program?
No, I can't
well,
type program.
First of all, y'all probably don't have the program on your calculator because I haven't put it on there. Okay? And I didn't have it on this calculator until last week when I wrote it on here. So I will get it on your calculator, okay? But if you go to programs, see that right in the middle?
Oh,
If it comes up blank, you don't have any programs yet, okay? Unless you've written them yourself. If it comes up with programs, you wanna scroll through it and find slope. Okay? So when slope comes up, then you just put the numbers in straight across. So 4, 3, 1, and -6. Now when I write a program, I write it so that you just put the numbers in straight across. I put the equation up here, but you would just put the numbers in straight across. Everybody got that? Twice. Alright, so, you probably don't have it. Alright, let me shut this thing off. Alright, now help me, where do I shut it off? Y'all, we do this every time.